Alright guys, welcome back. Alright, so I'm gonna show you guys the deck list for the deck I was using in the live duels in the past couple weeks. Salamangreat. Of course, many of you have seen it quite a few times by now. Went up against it, played it. But this is gonna be like a really budget version where you don't play Phantasme, not even the debugs. So I feel like maybe some of you just don't have access to those cards yet, although they've been out for quite some time. But like, just to give you like a bit of a perspective of how good it can be, and so how you gotta supplement for those particular cards. Okay, so the first part is gonna be pretty standard, like triple Foxy, two or threes. I guess basically standard by now. And of course you triple Gazelle, and so some play like just two. But I felt like since, like I said, since you're lacking those cards, you have to supplement it with archetype support. So basically with more cards of its archetype, and like you'll see what I mean when you see the rest of the deck. Okay, this is a bit odd. Most I've seen people do is play just two, but I really like three. Like a lot of times, you have the play where you summon, chain, and then freeze the back row. Like that's insane, dude. And the fact that you can dodge Ash with this, like if they have Imperm or Veiler, it's unfortunate, but like the fact that it gives you another body on board to make Bailings to keep a level 3 is insane. Because you need, like you don't really want to be using your level 3s to make Bailings, because you want to be able to use those to make Stalio. And that's why I opt to play this maxed out. And then you play one Jag, one Falcon. At first I was not playing this, it was really weird. But my friend Josh just talked about like the main reason I was looking at it, I was like, why would you want to use a Zephyros effect? And he's like, no, that's not why you use it. The reason why you use it is to recur your spells and traps. I was like, oh yeah, what the hell? It's I did put it in games. It's so good. The Jaguar is just like helps you recycle your Stalio, helps you make your Heat Leo, and just help you I guess just give you actually like a little bit of resiliency. Like you don't want to run out of wolves, you don't want to run out of Bailings, like you don't want to run out of, you want to, since you only play one standard Stalio, right? You don't want to be in a situation where you don't have a Stalio, and that just helps out with that. And then of course you have your triple hand trap, triple Ash, triple Ogre, triple Veiler. Standard, just you can even just play this because it's a fire and it gets you can just add it back with Wolf. And I really like this because against Sky Striker and the mirror match. This for the Sky Striker matchup is because most of the time they're gonna want to force the roar by activating multi-roll, and that's super annoying. So like this helps out with the situation. It gets rid of multi-roll for one, and you save your roar for something you actually want to use, like negating engage, negate the Ash. You know, like negate the other engage with the Ash, because they always have to. And Veiler just really good. And of course you play your one field spell. Okay, these two is interesting because these were meant to be my 40th card. At first I was playing 39, but I wasn't sure what to put, so I was going back and forth between these two. And then I was like, this is resilience, but this is utility. Let's just go with resilience. Okay, let's go with that because I just felt like top decking it and reviving a wolf and relinking the wolf, adding back circle was just too good to not have. So I was like, okay. So then I picked up my deck right before the tournament started, and I accidentally shuffled it within the deck, and I drew it in my opening hand in round 1. I was like, oh crap, I forgot to take this out. But then it ended up working out really well. Like everything, like every time I saw it, it was amazing. It was just so good. Yeah, so that's what I really like about it. I'll just put it up here. The Majestic 3, right? So, yeah, so I was like, I don't know. And then of course, okay, this is a bit odd. Most times people either play just one or two, but I just maxed it out because once again you're supplementing for cards you don't have, which is like Phantasmes and like debugs. Of course you can play debugs, but I tested it, I tried it, but like I just didn't seem to like it. Like it was just like if you didn't open up a Gazelle to waste your railing on the Bailings, it was just really annoying. Like you would have to go. Let's say you and debug, they go Veiler, Imperm, or Ash, negate the search, right? Okay, that's fine. Link it away, go for Bailings, right? Bailings add this. You have to link away the Bailings for another Bailings to trigger your Gazelle, and I really didn't like that. I was like, oh man, that's really annoying. I mean, of course, it allowed you to trigger your Gazelle in the first place, and then send that and go do your Stallion play. But like sometimes like it made your rage not as impactful, like because you could only pop one card, where I want to be able to pop 2 cards, which is it must prefer, it's preferable, right? So like this helps push past that, right? So like let's say, because like okay, so what Gazelle does for you basically, if you open up this, then you're sending the trap. If you open up the trap, then you're sending this. But if you're missing one, missing one of each, then and you get Veilered or Ashed, that's gonna be really hurtful. Because if you didn't open up any hand trap, you're gonna be defenseless, and I hated that. That was so annoying because you would just lose. Which is why I like this. So if for those particular scenarios, you don't have to get rid of your level 3, right? You can just get rid of this, and you trigger this, and that stays on field. So even if they do Ash this or Veiler this, it doesn't matter because you still have level 2, level 3s. Whereas if you didn't have that, these two to open up consistently, you wouldn't be able to have that option, which is what I really liked about this. Like I would go summon, effect, chain, summon, okay, and then I go okay, do what's it called, Balinks, chain 1, chain 2, right, and then I would trigger Gazelle on field, and then if they ash me, or it doesn't really matter because I would still have the Stallion play, and like hopefully you would have hand traps, but like. That's mainly the main reason why it's there. So you can, I guess, maneuver around hand traps to make sure Gazelle being negated is not as impactful, which is why you'll see the rest of the deck as well. And going back to this allowed to play past hand traps as well. Like if this gets like sometimes you open up multiple of these, right? Like you have multiple of these, and then like you want this to like make the Balinks, so you can keep your level 3s. This basically adds to that as well. Or sometimes you open up multiples of these, and this you just get the other level 3 out of your hand, and it worked out so good. I really liked it, and it gives you the resiliency where, let's say you open up like really bad, like just the Balinks and like a counter trap, and like you couldn't find a way to follow it up. This just adds the other factor. If you top deck this, it gives you just another extender to push past. I guess just add more pressure to the game. Whereas if you didn't, like, if you just played one, you would have to like either hard draw it, which the odds of that happening are not really likely, or find a way to get to it with Gazelle and try to maneuver. Whereas why not save all that sequencing and up the chances of you hard drawing it, so you don't have to be in that scenario. You know what I mean? It's like you're like digging and climbing to try to get to it. And of course you're playing triple circle. Of course, it's like you don't play any last than that, and triple combo the grave. It's just amazing in the mirror. It's a bit odd though, because in the mirror, like, if you get Ash and you have an Ash, you're like, ah, crap, I don't really want to Ash. I don't want to use this because like that means that kills my Ash, you know? So like when you do use it, it's gotta be to a point where you know that if you get to that trap that you're missing, or whatever it is that you're missing, it needs to be worth it. Otherwise, just let it go through and just set and keep 2 interactions instead, which is like a little dilemma you might be facing in a few games. Because I'm gonna trigger happy, like, oh, Ash, okay, like then you just killed yourself because you can't use it. It's like it's really annoying. And then okay, this is where another part is a bit different as well. You play triple roar and triple rage. Okay, once again, like okay, before saying anything, okay, it was the same scenario. Like when I played it, I tried 1-in-1, right? I tried a 1-in-1. Right, this is the standard, and you would be in a situation where if you open up this, Gazelle is sending either of this to give you an interaction. If you open up this, Gazelle is opening up this to give you the Stallion play, right? And whenever like I would be in that situation, I'd be like, oh man, like they just stopped my Gazelle. I can't get anything else, right? So it's like really annoying. So that remember how I talked about how having this, it gives you the option to still go into the Stallion, but which what I really liked about it, right? Because it still gets you there. But the only issue about not getting to this was sometimes you don't open up any hand traps. You just open up like this, you know. It would be really annoying. But the chance of it happening are not really likely though. You're always gonna have some sort of interaction. But I really hated it when I needed to get to this at the grave to have some sort of interaction and it got stopped. I'm like, man, like that's so annoying. So like to I guess to get around that issue, you just up the card count of this, right? Just higher the card count and have the odds of you opening up this more consistently, right? So it doesn't really matter if the Veiler or the Imperm or Ash you, because the odds are you're gonna hard open this. So it doesn't really matter. You can still end on the Wolf relinked and set 2. Like you have no idea how much better it just felt. Like it just felt better because I was like, okay, I don't really care if they hand trap me. Like I opened up this, which is what I want, and odds are you're gonna end on a link, so that's always gonna be live. And then you're gonna be able, if you make a Wolf, that's even better. You can pop 2 cards either way, so you're not stuck on being reliant on having this to resolve, which is what I liked. It just gave me that comfort, like, oh, okay, yeah, that's fine. So that's one thing I liked about it. It's just really good. And if I don't give him a shout out, I'm not gonna hear the end of it. So this is Josh's. Like Josh played the deck before I did, so he had a little bit more experience with it. So he was telling me like, yeah, like, but why did you play more than that could stop? I was like, yes, that's actually true. So, but except he was playing like I think it was like playing 2 and 2 or something, or 2 and 3, I can't remember. But I was like, I'm gonna max it out, dude, because like that theory makes a lot of sense. And of course, since you're supplementing for the cards that you don't have, the ones that exist in budget, but it doesn't necessarily mean that's why you're justifying it. It's because it's actually good, like it actually functions like properly. And the fact that you don't always have to do your play and invest resources with this card, because you can just like set it and pass, and then discard a Salamangreat, you know, and then trigger that, and I guess because like the minute you invest cards onto the field, your opponent knows what you have. So then they're gonna be playing around it, and then all those resources might just go away. Whereas if you just like be a bit more conservative, and then like as long as you don't die and prevent that from happening with your this or a hand trap, then you should be fine. You just follow it up next turn, and that's really important as well when you're playing these type of decks, where it's very interactive, and you can set up traps in any particular sequence to give you advantage, so you can capitalize on it. Which is why I really like. I'm really fond of this deck because it provides that. It's fairly inexpensive, which is another huge thing. So yeah, so you have more players playing it. It's so simple as well. The only time it matters is when you get to the later rounds, when you're playing against good players and they actually know what they're doing. They know what to stop, when to stop it, and how to anticipate. And that's another thing that some people might be like, oh, I thought this deck was meant to be good. It's not really good. Well, it's good to an extent. There's a skill cap, right? It caps at a certain extent, and after that, if you want to beat good players, that's where your innovation within the game has to shine. Otherwise, you're just gonna be playing a deck that's meant to be good, but it's only as good as the deck itself, not as good as the player can make it. But yeah, like it seems overkill, dude. But the one thing I really liked about this as well, it was super easy to decide. It was like super easy. Understand that? Like 13. Like okay, so what you would do is like I would just go. Okay, I would go standard, right? Just play 2. I mean, play 1 and 1 of each, right? It was super easy to side out. It was. You have no idea how, because that's one of the major reasons why some people a bit like struggle with side decking, because they don't know what to dig out. This way, it's super easy, dude, and it doesn't really mess with any of the consistency. Like it doesn't. It really doesn't. This is only for like when you go first. You know, going first, so you're guaranteed to open up the setup that you want, which is this, right? And then you put the side deck cards that are in favor to beating that matchup, that particular matchup, right? Well, let's go side deck now. Oh my gosh, yeah, but like it seems a bit wacky because like you're playing 3 of everything, but just trust me, dude. Like it just if you're on a budget and you don't have those other cards, you just play this. You know, it's pretty good. And then of course you play. I changed the side deck a little bit to where I think these were meant to be Gozen matches. Yeah, those Gozen, and these were Dogorons, I think, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there was 3 Gozen matches and 3 Dogorons. And I wanted to try Troll and Evilly match. It should be because I can Soldier Guys backward. Even the mirror, you can like just like get rid of the roar. If you know for a fact they don't have a roar, it just like gets rid of everything. It's just so good, dude. And then, another thing as well. You see that I'm not playing Fusion of Fire. Okay, so basically, I guess the reasoning behind it would be, it's just a beat stick. Like if it's not guaranteeing you game, as the blowout should be, right? It should most likely give you a game. Then you're just gonna lose because like odds are if you're in a mirror match, they're gonna have a graveyard established already by then, and they're gonna have a circle in hand, odds are, and a gazelle. So like if that doesn't give you game, then it's like well, you just lose because it's the beat stick, right? I don't know. I'm not sure that's enough justification, but like I just felt like I would have much rather prefer like an interaction card. That's like a blowout card, but like I just felt like I would have it, and every card in this deck has to count. Otherwise, you're gonna get out resourced. Like that could have been a hand trap, or that could have been an extender that can aid your actual sequencing. And I felt like that didn't really do that. It was just something that like, okay, it's just a blowout. And that's all I had. That's all I had going for it. But I just wanted like interaction, like consistent interaction. I don't know. That might not be the good reasoning for it, but like, that's I guess maybe I'm not articulating it properly to where it makes sense. But it just felt like I don't know. It just I mean, of course you can play it. You can just cut the reborn, cut the foolish, and make it 40, adding fusion fire. Triple twin. Triple Diddy Crows. Thank you, Brady. This is so good in the mirror. It's good in Sky Striker as well. Yeah, and then 3 Pank Pro. So good, so good. But yeah, it's so easy to slide out. You slide out 6, depending on what it is your matchup is. 6, right? Like it was so easy. It was just so fluid. Like it's just, you know exactly what to do, and that's what you want. You want something that's practical and it's very simple to understand. And that was basically it. Okay, and then the extra deck, it was you play 1 Stalio. Some people play 2, but I just feel like 1's enough. Like the extra deck is not. Okay, the way it's built, you have like 5 slots, right? So okay, this is gonna be a bit weird as well. Okay, so you play triple Yugioh. Okay, this is weird. Okay, normally you see people play 2, but the fact that you're playing triple Will, it gives it that resiliency where you can top deck Will and reborn relink any of these, right? Relink this, relink this, relink this. If you top deck a Will, which is the same thing why I picked reborn. You can reborn this, relink it, reset the roar, right? And then use effect. And if you've been grinding out, odds are that might be game because you have a bunch of zeros and attack for 23. And that's what I really liked about it. And same thing for this, you top deck Will, bring my wolf, relink wolf, effect wolf, add back circle. Like it was just so good. And then not really this one though. You would not really this one. You know what I mean. But yeah, like I really like the fact that it was. I'm not sure if it's the way that my playstyle is, but like I always needed the third one. Like I just always needed the third one. I was like, why? I'm just gonna put it. You know what the hell? But I ended up putting it, and it was really good, dude. It's always there. Like it just always gives you the option to relink. And why wouldn't? I don't know. It's just spot removal. I don't know. I just felt like it made sense to me. It just made sense. And of course you have the Nightmare package, right? Just for utility purposes, you know. There's 14 here. I was playing before. What was I playing before? It was what was it? I think it was somewhere right here. Yeah, I was playing these 2 guys before. Yeah, I was playing 2 Yugioh, and then I was just playing 2 of these. But I ended up just cutting them. I was like, I think Yugioh comes up much more than these 2 do. But maybe you can play this as the 40th, 15th card. But then I think I just played Boarload. But then seeing how many level 4s you play, it wouldn't be too crazy to just play a rank 4. Like I was trying out this because like you can like if you have Balinks engraved, you just make this under the Balinks or under the wolf, nuke the field, and you can protect all your stuff with Balinks. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But a lot of times I would like give them a turn because you can't do damage the turn you use this. And they would just capitalize on it and just come back. But I don't know. It's a little neat thing that you can do. And then Tornado Dragon's pretty cool. And Yugioh. These are the main 2 ones that people mostly play. So I was either of these. But I think I just play Boarload because like the fact that you play multiple 4s, I don't know. It just feels like I think Boarload it'll just make it just really good. I don't know. But it's just weird, right? It seems super weird. But just trust me, it just works out really fine. It works out good. But yeah, and another thing I like to do with this, right, which is why I really like playing 3 of this, because you can freeze multiple backdoors. It's not once per turn. That's why oh shit, it's fucking almost 20 minutes. So like what you would do normally, right? You would do your play, right? You would the odds are like you would do your. This is like your standard play. You do your regular play, right? You do this, right? You do this, and then you special something, right? And then you do your play, and then the next turn you have one more material underneath, right? And you special this because odds are you're gonna have these two engraved, right? So what you do is you bring out this with Stalio. Like, oh, you'll have like this engraved, but then you have a wolf on this side. Yeah. What am I doing? Okay, right. So that's like your setup, right? And then the following turn you have your setup already, and then you use Stalio's effect, bring out this, and then you use his effect. You discard. Doesn't matter. Discard a card. Doesn't matter. Freeze the back row, right? Without you doing anything apart from doing this. And then you use Falco's effect, bounce this, right? And then you trigger it because you summon, and then you use the effect again, and you freeze another back row. That's like if you're going up against back row decks, that's insane, dude. And then you can just pick them apart with your Phoenix, with your Yugioh, which is why I like multiple Yugiohs. Like you can pop 3 back row with 3 Yugioh. That's insane. And that's I don't know. I really like that play. That play is insane. But that's basically it, dude. Just try it. Just try it. Just build it. Try it. Give it a chance. Don't be like, it's just cool. But yeah, like I said, if you want to play Fusion Fire, you can just add Fusion Fire as well. But I don't know. So far, I've been okay without it because I think a good if you're a good player, then you can find a way to play around that and not lose, and find a way to not lose to it. But yeah, it's a major blowout, so I'm highly considering it too as well, because like it is good. It's undoubtedly that it's good. Like, but just I would prefer like an interaction apart from just having it because although like I said, competitively every card needs to count. You know, you gotta make sure you don't lose a step. But yeah, that's basically it. Hopefully the video. Like, subscribe if you haven't, and thanks for watching.